Bienvenidos a ustedes. Hoy en mi canal voy a cocinar quesadillas de pollo asado sobre carbón. Hey, I'm Big Lou, a Spanish-speaking gringo, and we're going to be cooking quesadillas de pollo today. I just said it in Spanish at the beginning because it sounded a little fancier than saying Mexican-style grilled cheese sandwiches with grilled chicken up inside it. Now, yeah, that's what we're doing. Quesadillas de pollo asado. Pollo asado, roasted grilled chicken, all right? And we're gonna do it on the charcoal grill. Hey, the grill I'm gonna use, I've had about a year now, so I'm going to do a review of my StōK Grill, 1 year review. If you wanna go straight to the quesadilla recipe, I will put the time right there and you can see where to skip ahead to. Let's first talk about my StōK Grill. Well, there it is. It's been about a year since I bought it. Now, I only paid 38 bucks for it, all right? And I got it at one of these salvation store, liquidation stores. It was a scratch and dent, and it had some porcelain missing. I just painted over it with some black grill paint and a couple dents in it. But all in all, it was brand new and been working fine. I bought it just about a year ago. Now, the reason I bought it, it was 38 bucks, and it has this grate in it. That's G-R-E-A-T, G-R-A-T-E. All right, it's a cast iron grate, and I figured, hey, once this thing wears out, I'll be able to use it in my Weber, because I'd seen some reviews online and they say these StōK grills don't last very long. Well, I've had it for a year, so maybe I need to do something else with it, like neglect it or something. Let's take a look at the grate. By the way, one of the best things about it is the hooks. I really like the hooks. Hangs low on the grill and out of the way, and it doesn't get in the way much. I really like the hooks on this grill. All right, and it's got this cast iron grate. Love it. And I was hoping this grill would wear out, you know, and then I could use this thing because it fits my Weber just fine, and I'll use a cast iron grate on my Weber. Now, the StōK Grill has a lot of gimmicks with it. A lot of people say it's a gimmick grill. You know, look at this. The middle section comes out right like that, okay? Look at this here. It's got that thing. That is a built-in charcoal chimney. You turn it over. Oh, I dropped it. Turn it over, and it works like one of those funnel things. Goodness gracious. Imagine that, having a charcoal chimney, all right, that you don't have to buy separate when you buy the grill. All right, and I got the ash pan turned upside down there on the bottom, so that you could look in and see what we're looking like here. This is the way the vent's controlled. And one of the things people complain about is the ashes get in there and lock the vents up, okay? The vents, you know, are controlled right down here. But what I do is I clean this out every time I use it, just about. And I've neglected it a few times, and I've used it about 20 times. Maybe I need to use it a little more. Anyway, I get a hose and I spray the hose right there, and I turn that with my other hand, and it washes all the ashes out, and then I don't have any problem operating the vents. But you got to clean the ashes out of it, you know, after you use it. I wouldn't leave the ashes in there unless you want it to deteriorate and use the cast iron grate on your Weber grill, as I want to do. So maybe I need to start neglecting this a little more. I've only used it about 20, maybe 25 times in the past year I've had it. I was hoping it would wear out so I could just keep the cast iron grate, but it's still here, it's still working, it still cooks, it's still rather sturdy. Maybe I shouldn't store it under my covered patio. Maybe I should store it out in the street in the traffic. Maybe that'll get rid of it faster, but then I'd lose my cast iron grate. So I'm stuck with this grill until it wears out, y'all. Been 1 year. So you get this ring, it sits in there inside the cast iron. It'll also allow me to cook on the outside, which we're gonna do with these chicken thighs here in a few minutes, indirect. You just take some of the old charcoal bag and shove it right in here like this. Just right under there. I'll probably put too much. All right, now I'm gonna dump the charcoal in. Just like that. Smooth it out. It's going to take just about the right amount of time that a charcoal chimney takes. I'm going in with my Zippo right under here, light it up, put the ash catcher in, and these charcoal will be ready to go in just a little bit. All right, as you can see, I've lit the bag down underneath there, put the ash catcher in, and you can see it's starting to get these charcoal lit. So we'll be cooking before too long. All right, let's talk about what you're gonna need and what you're not gonna need. You probably don't need a Topo Chico, but I do. Just mineral water. I'm not a drinker, but this is what I'm gonna enjoy while I make these fajitas. All right, I got some chicken thighs. I've been marinating them in the refrigerator for about 6 hours or now, maybe. I don't know, don't need to go that long, but I did. I had things to do before I could get all started on this cooking. They've been marinating in this cilantro lime vinaigrette. All right, you don't need to use this brand, but a cilantro lime vinaigrette makes it easy, or you can find a recipe and make up your own, but that's what they've been marinating in. We're also gonna use this for our dipping sauce. All right, you need some tortillas de harina, flour tortillas, all right, and that's how many I got left, so that might be how many we make, might not make that many. All right, and you need some cheese. You can use cheddar, but cheddar melts kind of oily. Monterey Jack does well, but it's kind of mild to me. I use this quesadilla cheese. It melts real smooth and got a taste that, you know, hey, I'm eating a quesadilla, all right? So I'm gonna shred that up. All right, and I've got a little bit of fajita seasoning that I made up. This comes from a Weber's Real Grilling Cookbook. I've had that cookbook about a dozen years or so now, and it's really a beef fajita seasoning, but we use a little bit on the chicken, all right? And hey, did you know that Parmesan cheese lids fit mason jars, just like that? You can spoon it out, you can sprinkle it out. Just a Parmesan cheese can lid from, you know, the standard powder stuff you put on spaghetti. Fits mason jars. All right, so you can make up your rubs and stuff. Okay, I got about a cup of sour cream here. I just sprinkled some of that in there by accident, but that's okay because some of that's going into this sauce, and so is some of the cilantro lime. I'll show you how to make the sauce here in just a few minutes. Our charcoal is just about ready. Oh, by the way, this is optional. This is going to go in my dipping sauce, but not the rest of the family's. You can put hot sauce in yours if you want to. All right, as I was saying, the charcoal is just about ready, so we're going to reset the camera and get these chicken thighs on the grill. All right, as you can see, my charcoal is just about ready. Yeah, there's some black on top, but that'll get to burning. Here's some hickory chips I'm just gonna throw in there like that. And we're gonna go ahead and put the grate on and just set it right there like that. This part of the grate here, where we're gonna cook chicken thighs, I'm gonna spray that down with oil. Don't just try that at home. I'm an untrained amateur. Spray oil in a can, genius. All right, saves on paper towels and the whole dipping it in the paper towel stuff. Just be careful, and I like to spray oil in a can. All right, let's get the chicken thighs on. All right, I'm just gonna set them on down here, right like that, all around this part. There's a little bitty piece that I cut when I trimmed it off the fat this morning. Here's one, just right here, just like that. We'll sear them in a little bit. Get where I want you to be. That one right there, open up. I'm just pulling them out of the bag, so they're not flat yet. All right, I'm gonna get them on and talk to you how we're gonna see. All my boneless, skinless chicken thighs are on, and I'm just gonna put just a little bit of this fajita seasoning on there. Not too much. And probably just on this side. Just like that. Cover them up. Let them go till they're just about done. We want them fully cooked. We're not trying to do any rare thing with chicken. That's death wish. All right, we're gonna make up this cilantro lime dipping sauce. Now you can make cilantro lime dipping sauce by using fresh sour cream like this, and fresh chopped cilantro, and fresh squeezed lime juice, and some fresh chopped peppers and stuff. But it's real easy if you take some of the cilantro lime marinade and just put maybe a tablespoon or so to a cup, maybe a little bit more. I'm not really measuring here. This is a liquid, and I want this to be a dip, not a sauce, so you don't want to put too much, but it should turn this a light pinkish red. And so we mix that up, and as we do it, starting to get the right color, I'm going to add a little bit of this fajita seasoning in there and just stir that around.
It's that easy.
All right, I'm looking at it and it's a little too light colored for my taste. I know how to been doing this, so I want just a little bit more of that. And we'll add just a little bit more of this. Kind of want to, maybe that's too much of that. Maybe I should be measuring. Actually, I think this is going to be just about right. You know what? That's the color I'm looking for. That's going to be delicious to dip these quesadillas in. All right, I'm going to go put this in the fridge, wrap it in saran wrap, and we'll be right back out. I'm going to grate up the cheese while we're here. All right, that's what the block of quesadilla cheese looks like. It's round like that, and we're just going to shred it. Shred's real easy, you see? So I'm going to go ahead and get it all shredded up. Be back, chicken should be done. All right, it's all shredded up. Some of it crumbled, but it's all, you know, pretty well shredded, ready to put in quesadillas. All right, the grill has been screaming hot, but the thighs should be just about done. Let's take a look at them. I just checked these chicken thighs with the digital read thermometer, my thermopop, and they are 165 to 170. Some of them are even over 170. I want them at least 180, even hotter than that, but since I'm gonna sear them, they're gonna get up there. They're not real big chicken thighs. Hadn't been long that they've been on here, but you can see that they are looking delicious. Let's get them all in the camera shot right there. All right, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sear that side just like that. Sear the presentation side. Some of these are gonna be eaten. Some of them are gonna get pulled into the quesadillas. Got room for you too. Let those sear up for a little bit right there on the hot side. We'll flip them over. All right, let's turn them over. Oh yeah, so hot there's no grill marks. A little bit right there, that's okay. Whoo, that one's getting nice and charred. Come here. Almost too much. You come over here. You're gonna be all right there. Your turn. All right. Pull these off of here. Once you get a little bit more on there, get off of here. And these are ready. Piece of fat didn't get trimmed off when I trimmed them earlier. Just knock it down in there on the coals. All right, I'm gonna set these over here. Let them begin to cool before I pull them. Let me show you what we're doing next. I'll lift that up. Set it to the side. Lift this up. Let those coals fall out in there just like that. All right, take my long coal tongs and spread them all out evenly. Get in there, like that. All right, let's get this chicken pulled and ready to make the quesadillas. All right, I have pulled off some of the smaller and uglier ones because those are the ones we're gonna shred up for the quesadillas. These will get eaten like a sandwich or just with a fork and knife, you know. Some of these that have got a little too much char for my searing process, I'm just gonna take all the char off, rip it out of there, and we're gonna go ahead and just shred these up. You know how to do it. Get your shredding claws and just, look, it's just pulling, all right? Show you what it looks like once we get it all pulled up. All right, Spanish lesson for the day. Muslo de pollo, chicken thighs. All right, there you go. It's all shredded up. Almost carne molida, but it's all shredded up. I guess that's how you say shredded. I'm not sure. That's ground molida. All right, anyway, I picked out any pieces of fat. There was one that I didn't cut off this morning. Everything else looks like good chicken meat to go in these quesadillas. So these are just the fajita size tortillas. That's what I'm using. You can use bigger ones, you know, like they'd have in a restaurant. This one has a big old chunk that didn't get shredded. Let's do it this way. Get some shredded cheese on there. Just on one side. Just on one side. Like that. Pile in some chicken. You know how to do this. Not that difficult to do. Pile in some chicken, fold it over, and I'm gonna do up the rest of them and show you the next step. All right, I got 9 of them made up. They're stacked like this, fairly thick. All right, and I ran out. I got a little bit of chicken left over, but I ran out of cheese. That's how you know you have enough cheese. When you run out, you got just enough. All right, voila, grill basket is the next step. So we're just gonna set these in here. Just like that. Probably need to do it like that so I can get them all in. Show you what it looks like once they're all stacked in here some kind of way. You know what? I wasn't able to fit all 9 of them in here. I'm gonna have to do another batch with the other 3. I've only got 6 of them in here right now. You just put this basket down in here if you've never seen one of these before. Do it like that. Now let's go over the grill. Mi parrilla está caliente. My grill is hot, y'all. Just like that. All right, I can tell and smell that they are, and look at the cheese starting to ooze out, that they are getting ready to flip. Boom, look at that right there. Those over there is a little hotter, so maybe I'll do it like that this time. I'm gonna let this side go. I'm gonna reload the basket and cook those other 3. Go inside for the taste test. Mosquitoes are getting bad out here. The sun's starting to set, so we're gonna do the taste test in the kitchen. Well, tell you what, I'll show you the other 3 too. Goes on like that. Well, there they are. Grilled chicken and quesadillas. All right, I'm gonna give some to my kids and I'm gonna take one and cut it up on a plate for you. All right, let's cut this one up with a pizza cutter. Just like that. Gosh, you can see that cheese just melting in there. It's still warm, still gooey, but not real greasy, all right? Oh, it's gonna be good. All right, now what I already did this off camera. That's that dipping sauce I made up. Kids got some. I put some in here. Added a drop or 2 of hot sauce for mine. That's optional though. All right, we're gonna be right back with the taste test. All right. Cut up 2 of them, y'all. Look at that. All right. First, without the salsa. Quesadilla cheese makes it great. Quesadillas de pollo asado. My wife and kids have already had some. Eli, how was it?
It was delicious. I really like it.
Shannon?
The meat has a really great flavor. It's really well seasoned. I like it.
Fajita seasoning, cilantro lime marinade. All right, I don't want to double dip, even though it's my sauce packet, but now we're gonna put it in the sauce. Sauce is good without the chalupa, but I had a little chalupa. Guys, grill baskets make it real easy to make quesadillas. Thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue. Actually, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to say it that way. I'm supposed to say it like this. Gracias por mirar.